Now, you did not disclose in any of the designations or your report that you had met with and had dinner and drinks with Mr. Depp, did you?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
Yes,
That
you did
confused
not
me.
disclose in any of the designations or in your report that you had dinner and drinks with Mr. Depp, correct?
I did not disclose that I was interviewed by the legal team, no.
Nice answer.
Yeah.
I asked a different question.
Well,
Are you trying to resist that you didn't have dinner with Mr. Depp and drinks?
I'm not trying to resist that, but it's not quite right.
You did
What
have
you're
dinner with
stating.
Mr. Depp, did you
now
not?
she's trying to
I
fight
did,
with her.
with
And
It's
you
not a
had
good
drinks
idea.
with
Mr.
Mr. Depp,
Depp.
did
You already
not?
got this point, I think.
And what?
Yeah.
You had drinks with Mr. Depp, did you not?
Drinks were
With the
served.
went on a
legal team.
This was over 2 years ago. I may have had a drink with dinner, yes,
In fact, you thought you had a mule something, right?
possibly.
You got a mule.
Okay. And you didn't disclose that you had met with Mr. Depp, Mr. Waldman, Mr. Chu, and Ms. Vasquez at Mr. Depp's house for 3 to 4 hours and had dinner and drinks, correct?
I did not disclose that. It's not
30K
significant
watching.
to report.
Amazing.
You don't think that's significant, correct?
I don't.
Okay, but you've never been asked to meet with a client
It's
in
not a
his
disclosable
counsel
event,
before
to be
being
honest.
retained as
It's
an
before
expert,
she's
either
been hired.
before or
Yeah.
after, have you?
No.
And you justified that it was okay in this case because it was a high-profile case.
That's not quite right. I justified it in this case. Actually, I sought
Yikes.
consultation about it. First of all, the person who had retained his attorneys was unable to come to my office with his attorneys. And yes, this is a very visible case. It's been going on a very long time. And I understood that there would be a need to interview me and make an informed decision about my qualifications.
Good answer.
Yep.
It's a great answer.
She's obviously testified before.
And that's the problem when you fight too
Can you
hard on
look
this
at
kind of an
page
issue is you
240,
let them
please?
give their explanation. That's
Well,
not.
hold on. We've got an impeachment here. I think she's just
We'll
going to
see
say
if
that it was a high-profile case.
Line
Yeah, but-
3 is my question. Would you agree it's a highly irregular to meet with the subject in a litigation? And your answer on that occasion was, I would not say it's highly irregular. I would say it's not something that I would typically do. However, I had not yet been retained on the case. This was a large, high-profile case.
How's that different?
And I
from what you said?
understood that I believed that it
It's
was
not.
appropriate for a person retaining
This is
me
improper
with such a
impeachment.
high profile
Agreed.
to meet me, to be able to vet me, essentially with the attorneys present prior to
She
retaining me.
just testified it
in this
wasn't
case.
because
Thank
of
you
his
for
profile. I
repeating
think this is
exactly
legit.
what she
That's
said.
what
You just
said
showed
under
her
oath, correct?
consistency.
And then I said, have you ever done that before? And you said, no. Correct?
Smart
And then
by
I
the
said,
lawyer to
"Have
not
you
even
ever done it
object, 'cause it's
since?"
not even
And
bad
you
for
said,
them.
no.
Yeah.
Correct?
I feel like
Correct.
he's like smiling
Okay.
to himself right now. Look at that.
Now,
I think
He's
he
like,
is. I
nope.
think he's
Yeah,
laughing
he
at
just,
her.
he just shook his head like, no.
Yeah.
would you
Look at
agree
him.
that if you did not find
As a
something
non-lawyer
that would
person,
be
none of this makes
in
sense. So the
favor of
jury's
Mr.
confused.
Depp and
Yes.
I promise.
Yes.
You're
negative
just like,
than is heard, that you wouldn't be an expert.
Liz, I'm
Especially
glad
the
you're here for that,
disclosures.
too.
That was just nothing.
That I can bring
Essentially-
you into court if you're going to say that Ms. Hurd is right and Mr. Depp is wrong, correct?
So as a forensic psychologist, my obligation is to the court, is to the fact finder. I present science regardless of what that science may be. Now, when I take a case, my retainer agreement is explicit about that, and I discuss
Dr.
that
Curry, I'm
with the
just asking
attorneys.
you, I'm asking you a
I'm just
question.
gotta let
I'd
her
like
answer.
to try to answer my
Okay.
question. You understand that if you found favorably to Ms. Hurd and negatively to Mr. Depp, you wouldn't be here, right?
Calls
You
for
wouldn't be
speculation.
testifying.
I don't know.
Yes.
I
Speculation.
looked at Johnny's
Call
lawyers.
speculation.
hold on. The objection is speculation.
That's
It is
not
speculation.
speculation.
Yes, it
It is
is.
speculation.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
You see, Nate, the lawyer's on.
Now she's flustered again. Get her flustered.
Doesn't take
and then she
much.
falls apart.
It doesn't take
Even though that was an
much.
easy one.
Yep. She's stumped. She's stumped.
It goes to bias. Your
Yeah.
Honor.
I sustain the
She
objection.
doesn't
Next
know
question.
whether or not
I
she
understand
how
the
could she
objection. Next
possibly know
question.
for certain?